Welcome to WesternSlopeNow.com. Meteorologist Russ Pappas here. This is nothing you haven't already experienced, but I would be remiss if I didn't remind you, we're under another air quality health advisory due to wildfire smoke being transported into our region. The western third of the United States, the western third of Colorado, whatever you refer it to, we still have smoke and haze, and we're going to continue to do this through at least the end of the work week, possibly the start of the upcoming weekend. The majority of the directional flow is from the northwest, and that's courtesy of our reigning weather maker, the high pressure system off towards the Pacific Northwest. As such, even though we have dry and hot conditions, we really don't have a whole lot of wind. There are some storms down into the San Juan region for the next several hours, and we're just at the 3:30 on Wednesday, August 11th. Those may generate some gusty outflow winds. We're not going to get any rain out of it. Some isolated areas in the San Juans could get some rain. We're going to remain dry through the rest of the week. Once we get into the weekend, we're hopeful that we'll get at least a decent pattern shift. We are going to have our high pressure system suppressed somewhat, and that's going to get pushed further to the south. And that's going to allow some subtropical moisture to sneak in underneath that ridge. So we're going to put some storms this weekend around the Four Corners region, around the Alamosa, the San Luis Valley area. But you can see some of these storms creeping a little bit further to the north, almost to Montrose County. So we could see a chance of showers and thunderstorms this weekend for areas like Montrose and Gunnison. Though we may not get wetting rainfall, we will probably get gusty winds, maybe some rain, but we'll get some gusty winds out of it. I mentioned the San Juans on this Wednesday afternoon. By 9 o'clock, that's all done. We will see this activity again on Thursday afternoon, and the same pattern would exist into the mountain zones. Some of the higher elevated sites, the Divide, the Sawatch, the Elks, these areas are going to pick up some storm coverage. Now, I mentioned our high pressure system getting suppressed a little bit. That's because of a significantly large low pressure system by the end of the week and into the start of next week. That's going to get on the move. Now, there's a couple of models that indicate not only will that push our high to the south and allow subtropical moisture to ride in from the southerly zones, but it could break off a cutoff low pressure system, position that in the desert southwest, and that would be an ideal pattern for a little bit more prolonged monsoon rain showers. I think the most important thing to share is once we get this high shifting to the south, then we'll get our winds coming at us from the southerly direction, and that'll help clear out some of this smoke. So that's expected for the beginning of next week. In the meantime, mountain zones, each and every afternoon, will pop a few storms. By default, Montrose will get in on some of that action. Grand Junction looking at the middle of next week when that high and that low work together to get that subtropical tap right into our area. So that means middle of next week we'll have lower temperatures, we'll have chance of rain showers, and we should get some of this smoke to clear out. For Montrose, because the weekend is feeling a little sneaky, we're going to keep a chance of showers and storms in the forecast because of what's happening down in the San Juans for the next couple of afternoons. Hot temperatures regardless, and then in the middle of next week we will start to lower those temperatures below the average for this time of the year, and we're going to have the monsoon pattern to thank for that.